you are underweight, you have acne, and you are a female. Now, let's see how this usually happens and how we can possibly fix this forever. Now, estrogen is very important since it comes to female characteristics. It gives you those feminine characteristics. Now, fat also is very important when it comes to the manufacture of this estrogen in the body. And that's why it's very important for you to maintain a certain level of fat in your body for you to maintain a certain level of estrogen. Now, remember, like we said, if you have less of estrogen, you're going to have more of testosterone. You're going to have a higher level of that because they are usually antagonistic. If you have less estrogen, you're going to have more testosterone. Now, in this case, when you don't have fat, that fat is very important when it comes to the manufacture of that estrogen. So if you have less of that, you're going to directly have less of the estrogen. And now you're going to have more of that testosterone. Testosterone, it's notorious when it comes to enlarging the sebaceous glands that usually produce the sebum, that the oil that comes onto your skin. Now, if we enlarge the size of that sebaceous gland and the duct, that channel that usually remove that oil from deep down from your skin all the way to the surface, if that thing remains the same and you have more amount of sebum being produced, you have a very high chance of clogging the channels. And this is where after clogging that channel, you're going to attract bacteria and they're going to cause what you call inflammation. And that inflammation is when you start getting those acne spots. Now, this is because you have a higher level of testosterone. Remember, in men, this is not an issue because they also have a larger pore, the pore that usually leads from the sebaceous gland and also from the root of the hair. It's usually larger, so this is not an issue. Even if you have a larger sebaceous gland, you also have a wider channel that can bring that to the surface, and that's why men can live without even applying oil on their skin because they are oily all the time. Now, this is the reason. Now, for a lady, if you want to fix that acne that usually come because of you having less weight, you'll have to gain weight. That's given. Even if you go to your doctor and they give you drugs that will treat that or whatever topical application of drugs that you're going to use, it will not fix that. It will just fix that temporarily. Now, for you to fix this permanently, you'll have to gain a certain level of fat content in your body. And also make sure that you stay within the weight. Don't be underweight, don't be overweight. And this also goes to the ladies who usually do heavy exercises like going to the gym. If you burn a lot of fat, you're going to remain with less or none of that fat for the manufacture of that estrogen. So just stay within your BMI. And don't overdo it. So just remain something. And that's why it's usually very important when you are an athlete and you are a lady. It's very hard for you to give birth to a baby unless you just give yourself time to gain some weight, you gain some fat. And that fat will be able to give you enough estrogen so that now you can be able to now continue with the cycles that ladies usually go. Because if you start doing those extraneous exercises, you might find that your menses kind of disappears. So one thing, maintain a healthy fat content in your body if you are a lady.